Hey, what is going on YouTube? It's Executive or Ben, and welcome to a new mini-series, I guess you could call it, on my channel called Call of Duty 101, a series where I give you easy, basic tips that will instantly improve your Call of Duty game. Because if you'll remember, the main purpose of this channel is to help you pick up the controller and instantly become better at Call of Duty with whatever kind of player you are. You don't have to be exceptionally talented at Call of Duty to learn these tips and to do better the first game after watching one of these videos. So today we are going to talk about sprinting. And sprinting can be very detrimental to a Call of Duty player if they get addicted to sprinting. And this is something very dear to my heart. I'm a very impatient Call of Duty player of late, especially in Call of Duty Ghost, although you are watching Black Ops 2 gameplay. In Call of Duty Ghost, I need to be in the action. I just feel like that's a slower paced game. The game doesn't offer me a lot of chances to rush. I feel like it punishes people for rushing in a sense. So I always have marathon lightweight on, and I'm always sprinting into the action no matter what. And it definitely hurts me more than it helps me in game. So I know from experience that sprinting can be a horrible addiction to have as a Call of Duty player. Just because it can hurt you a lot more than it can help you. And this leads to me spawning into a game and sprinting off spawn, just barreling into the enemy team. And like I said, it usually ends up going pretty bad once you get into the enemy spawn. So sprinting, why isn't it a good thing? I've talked about sprinting into the enemy spawn and dying, but why isn't it a good thing? Well, if you're sprinting too much, means that when, say you're sprinting really fast, you're sprinting right at me, I see you, your gun's down, you can't shoot while you're sprinting. Now you can have that ready up perk to kind of remedy that, but still, even without that perk, you're at a huge disadvantage because that half a second or whatever time it takes for you to stop sprinting and pull up your gun, that's time that your enemy can shoot you, and more times than not you will lose a gunfight if you sprint into a building or around a corner and there's somebody waiting for you. And sprinting, don't get me wrong, it's not always a bad thing, but that 1 second that you have your gun down, it definitely hurts you in the long run. So I have 3 tips for remedying sprinting in Call of Duty. Don't sprint around corners is the first one. Chances are there's an enemy around that corner, snug as a bug, in a sleeping bag, ready to go camping, and as soon as you walk around that corner, he's going to feast on your flesh, and his bullets are going to go to town on your intestines, and it's just not going to end well. So what I recommend is, instead of sprinting into buildings, barreling in, ADS before you go around the door, and just kind of creep around the door, maybe pre-fire if you really know that there's somebody behind there, because sprinting, he will have the drop on you 100%, especially if he knows you're coming. Number 2, rush along the edges. Rushing is part of Call of Duty. It's where the player, rushing allows players to shine. It really does. The good are separated from the great by rushing, and sprinting is a huge part of rushing. But when you're trying to push into an enemy territory, stick to the edge of the map. That way you know that you can keep your eyes forward. You can only get shot from 2 or 3 areas. And I think I'm going to make a separate video on rushing along the edges, because that's a huge part of Call of Duty that most people just can't seem to understand. That the edge of the map, it's kind of like basketball, how you use the sideline as kind of a 6th defender. Well, the edge of the map is a 6th teammate for you. You don't want to be getting shot from a 360-degree radius, because that just increases the chances that you're going to die. And lastly, run, Forest, run. And this is a special tip, a little asterisk next to this one. If you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar sprinting, and you're dead, just keep on running. Chances are you're not going to turn on the enemy. You're not going to 360 him and just spin around and drop him like a fly. It does happen, and it's a really powerful feeling when it does happen. I know it's tempting, but your best chance to win the gunfight is to keep sprinting and then collect yourself, kind of heal up a little bit, and then you have to outplay him at that point. So if you're running into a building and you get shot from the side, do not start jumping and turning around and trying to hip fire him down. Get into the building and then outplay him for there, whether that is quickly jumping back out and challenging him, or continuing to run upstairs or into another room while you heal and then go challenge him. You do not want to make the attempt of going after somebody who's already shooting you. And I know that can be difficult because everybody wants to make that play where they turn on somebody. And those are going to happen. There are going to be some times where it's just a reflex. But just as a tip, if you're getting shot at, stay alive. Staying alive is one of the most underrated aspects of Call of Duty. People do not underestimate. They do not understand how important it is to stay alive. They think because you can respawn immediately that it will just help your team to try and go for it and die. The best way you can help your team in those situations is to stay alive. That's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you learned anything new from Call of Duty, go take these tips, go play a game of Call of Duty, and I guarantee you, if you do what I said in this video, you will immediately find yourself playing better Call of Duty. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video.